Hello students, welcome to the e-learning platform presented by Mechanical Engineering Department of Dr. Bapuji Salke Institute of Engineering and Technology, Kolhapur. Today we are going to start our unit number 2, that is IC engine and gas turbine. This unit consists of 14 marks and will be concluded in coming 4 to 5 sessions. The learning objectives for today's session will be number 1, introduction and application of IC engine. What do you mean by IC engine? The various application of IC engine will be studied in today's session. And second, construction and working of an IC engine. How the IC engine is constructed, made of number of parts, and the working of IC engine will be studied in today's session. Starting with IC engines and gas turbine. Introduction to IC engine. The device which uses chemical energy of fuel and converts it into thermal energy to perform some mechanical useful work is known as heat engine. The engine in which combustion of fuel takes place inside the cylinder is known as internal combustion engine or IC engine. The IC engine working fluid is a product of combustion of air fuel mixture. The fuel used for combustion in engine is petrol, oil or gas. Internal combustion engine is referred as IC engine. The IC engine generally air is taken from atmosphere for combustion of fuel. The combustion is defined as process of rapid chemical combination of hydrogen and carbon in fuel with the oxygen presented in the air, resulting in liberation of heat energy. The combustion is the process in which heat energy is generated with the help of oxygen present in the air and the hydrogen and carbon present in the fuel. The internal combustion engine working fluid is a mixture of gases or air or product of combustion of fuel oil and air. The application of IC engines are, we know, automobile vehicles, locomotive, aeroplane, motorboats, concrete mixers, developers, generators, and the different types of vehicles moving on the road surface are some of the examples of IC engine. Next point is types of IC engine. Basically, IC engine can be classified into number of ways. The basic two types are shown in the given figure below. First is a rotary type of IC engine. A rotary type of IC engine consists of a rotor which rotates inside the engine to produce the power. Second, reciprocating engine. Reciprocating IC engine is one in which a piston reciprocates within the cylinder. The reciprocating engine are classified into two types: spark ignition, that is petrol or gasoline engine, and second is compression ignition, that is diesel engine. Both these engines are further again classified into, depending upon two stroke and number of strokes, depending upon number of strokes, as 2-stroke and 4-stroke IC engine according to the piston movement. Let us see now the construction of an IC engine or the components of an IC engine. The IC engine basically consists of two parts: the stationary parts and the moving parts. The stationary parts are the one which are fixed or attached to the engine head or to the assembly or vehicle assembly, and the moving parts are the one which move along with the which move inside the engine to produce the power. The below figure shows the constructional feature of an IC engine. Following parts will be named one by one. The first is the cylinder block. Cylinder block is basic framework of engine, a rigid metal foundation provided by engine block for various parts of an engine. Second, cylinder. Cylinder is a closed container, cylindrical closed container in which piston travels up and down or in a reciprocating linear motion. The cylinder is supported by the cylindrical block at the top end and covered by cylindrical head. The space between upper part of cylinder and the top of piston during the combustion process is called as combustion chamber. Third is a piston. Piston is a cylindrical, hollow and closed at the top end like inverted bucket. It is free to slide inside the cylinder barrel. It helps to transmit the force of explosion to the crankshaft. Connecting rod. Connecting rod is nothing but the member connecting in the piston and the crankshaft. The connecting rod is a link which connects piston and crankshaft. It joins the piston pin in with the crank pin small end connect to piston pin and big end connect to crank pin. Next is gudgeon pin, or it is also known as piston pin. A piston pin is a link for connecting the piston and connecting rod. This pin is fitted in the bosses which are in the piston. The next is the crankshaft. The crankshaft converts the reciprocating motion of the piston into rotary motion. This rotary motion is used to rotate the shaft of machine to get the work. The motion of piston is transmitted to the crank by the connecting rod. The next is the crank. The crank or the crankshaft. The crankshaft is the shaft which is connected to the connecting rod with the help of crank pin. The next is crank pin. This is the crank pin used to connect the crank and to the crankshaft and the to the connecting rod. Next is the crankcase. The crankcase is nothing but a stationary surface in which all the oil is stored and the moving component of engine rotate. Basically, it is a protecting cover provided for the moving or reciprocating elements. Next is inlet manifold. Inlet manifold is the manifold from which the air fuel mixture enters. Inlet valve is the valve which is responsible for or allowing the air fuel mixture to enter into the engine. Next is exhaust manifold. Exhaust manifold is the one and from which the flue gases will be moved with the help of exhaust valve. As the exhaust valve opens, the exhaust gases or burn away gases will be moving out from the exhaust manifold. Next point is working of a 4-stroke CI engine or working of a 4-stroke diesel engine. The main component of 4-stroke engine are crank, connecting rod, cylinder block with cylinder head, which forms combustion chamber, spring-loaded inlet and exhaust valve, and the valve operating mechanism and ignition system. In 4-stroke CI engine, one power cycle is completed in 4-stroke. That is, cycle is completed into 2 complete revolution of crankshaft. Each stroke consists of 180 degree of crankshaft rotation. Therefore, the cycle is completed into 180 into 4, that is 720 degree of crankshaft rotation. Operation of stroke are as follows. Below figure shows the suction stroke. In the suction stroke, it starts when the piston is at top dead center. As the piston starts to move downwards from TDC to BDC, the inlet valve or suction valve opens and the exhaust valve is closed. The low pressure is created into the cylinder, then atmospheric pressure and the air from atmosphere is entered into the cylinder. At the end of suction stroke, the inlet valve closes. Next is the compression stroke. During this stroke, both the valves remain closed and the piston starts to move upward, compressing the air to the compression stroke of compression ratio of 14 to 22 into clearance volume. During compression, the temperature and pressure increases. At the end of compression stroke, a fuel is injected into the cylinder through injector by fuel pump. The fuel does not ignite immediately upon injection. There is definite period of apparent inactivity between the time when the first droplet hits the hot air in combustion chamber and the time when it starts through actual burning phase. This period of inactivity is known as ignition lag. During this period, there is no rise in pressure or in combustion chamber, and combustion takes place when the piston is at TDC. That is, the combustion of fuel takes place when the piston is at top dead center. The third figure is the expansion and stroke or the power stroke. Due to the high pressure developed by the burn gases which forces the piston downwards, that is towards BDC, during this both suction and exhaust valve all are closed. Thus, the power is obtained during expansion of burnt gases. Both temperature and pressure decreases during the expansion. And the last is the exhaust stroke. At the end of expansion stroke, the exhaust valve gets open, that is, the piston moves from BDC to TDC and the exhaust valve gets open and the inlet valve remains closed. TDC, the movement of piston from BDC to TDC sweeps out the gases from the exhaust valve. The exhaust valve closes at the end of exhaust stroke and some residual gases remain inside the cylinder. So this is how the 4-stroke CI engine works. So this is it for today's session. In today's session, we have started our second chapter, IC engine and gas turbine, and of which we have completed the basic introductory part of IC engine, application of IC engine, components of IC engine or construction of an IC engine, and working of 4-stroke CI engine. Thank you.